So now that we know what sharing icons look like in Google Drive and we know the basics of all the different levels at which we can share information in Google Drive, let's go ahead and talk about the mechanics of how to make that happen. So in your Google Drive, if you right click on any file or folder, you'll be able to go up to your share icon. And up here, you can add people individually. And down here, of course, you can change this from restricted. So restricted means that only the people I've added up here have any kind of access at all besides me. Or I can change this to just share with everybody at Walton Verona as a viewer. I can also make them all commenters, and I can actually make them all editors if I want to. So I'm just going to leave that as viewer and click on done. Once I do that, I can right click and come back in here and click on share. And let's say I change my mind. I no longer want to allow everybody in Walton Verona to view this. I can click change and I can change this back to restricted. So now only the people that I designate would have access to that folder. Now, there is a slight change coming. After you complete this training, we will be running a list of everybody in the district who has successfully passed the end of unit assessment, and you will be given expanded rights. And that is that you will be able to act much like a personal Google Drive, and that you can share with whomever you want. So I'm going to come over here to my personal drive, which I'm going to use just for the purpose of demonstrating this. So what will change is after you complete this training, when you go into right click and go to share, you will no longer have the Walton Verona only. You can actually change to anyone with a link. So that's the big change that's coming after you complete this training. Our goal is to allow you to openly share with other teachers and professionals and colleagues and parents and anybody else that you want to. But we wanted to make sure that you knew how to do everything properly before we opened that right up. So this will change, and I want to change this to anyone with a link. Again, I need to come over here and view what level of permission I'm giving them. And so if this is going out to most people, you will want to leave that as a viewer. However, if you're working in let's say a small group in a grad school class and you want them to be able to comment, to add feedback, or if it's a collaborative effort where everybody's contributing to the document, you can give them editing rights. But if you're going to do that, I would probably add them individually up here instead of anyone with a link, just in case they accidentally forwarded that out and shared the link with others. So be very cautious about these levels of permission that you give down here. And then if I copy this link, I now can post this on my Google site. I can email it to a parent. I can post it in Google Classroom. I can post it on a discussion board in my college if I'm taking a master's level course. So I can share that link with anybody and they would be able to view this file now. So that's the big change that's coming to Walton Verona after you complete this training.